Good morning. It's early enough in the morning that I haven't even gotten myself ready for the day yet, so I'm not looking my best. But that's okay. It doesn't matter what I look like. When today we're taking a look at some of the best looking variants coming out this season. In my seasonal reaction video that I uploaded yesterday, I asked if you guys would be interested in seeing a weekly or monthly variant video where I talk about how I plan my variants and what variants are coming up. So yeah, we're going to do that. You guys wanted to see it. Your comments were extremely nice, so we're going to do that. So here we have a spreadsheet, which is not the most exciting thing, but this is how I plan out the variants that I'm looking forward to and which ones I want to spend my gold on and how I just plan out saving my gold. I'm going to do this once a month, and then I think on a weekly basis I'll do like a short or something really simple to look at the variants coming out each week. We're going to figure it out. But the cool thing is that this spreadsheet is shareable. So in the description is a link to this spreadsheet. What you're going to have to do so that we're not all trying to edit the same spreadsheet is when you open up Google Sheets, just hit the File button and then hit the Make a Copy. You can do this on your phone as well. I tried to build it in a way that it can still function on your phone, and it's like pretty hard to break, if that makes sense. So just make yourself a copy, or you can download it if you want and use it in Excel. But it's totally free for you to use, and it can help you plan out your gold and the variants you're looking for depending on your collection. Let me show you how I use it between this spreadsheet and Snap.fan, and we'll also take a look at the variants as we're doing that. We're going to have to kind of jump between screens, but let me first show you how this spreadsheet works so you can get the idea of it. It's very simply starting here with how much gold you have, right? So you just open up Marvel Snap and you say, how much gold do I have? We're just going to make stuff up. Let's say you currently have 2,000 gold. So we'll start your running total for the season based off of that. Now, this one you're going to have to update because I built it for the second, which if you don't watch this before daily reset, then it's going to move on to the third. And then it just kind of has all the ways that you can get gold in the game, right? And then that helps keep track of your running total over here. And then you keep track of how much gold you've used here on that given day. And it will deduct itself and show you how much you have and so on and so forth. So the other thing is that if you get the gold pass, you just come above where it says gold pass and type yes. If you don't get the gold pass, type no, and it will take away the gold pass. If you do get the gold pass, then we're going to include that just so I can kind of show you how it works, but you don't have to get the gold pass for this to work. So it's automatically just add 50 gold a day, and then you need to come to whatever day you have to purchase the gold pass, right? So it's your gold pass the last 30 days, and when you repurchase it, if that's something that you do, you also get 300 gold when you purchase it. So again, just for the sake of conversation, we're going to say, we're going to purchase this on the 5th. So I'm going to come over here in the bundle gold. I'll show more how this works in a second, but I'm going to say, here's my 300 gold from the gold pass when I purchase it, and so you can see that it included that in our rolling total and so on and so forth. So we're going to go through gold and how you acquire it and things that you can keep track of and how to use that, but that is basically the whole left column. I'll show you bundles that can give you gold, like bundles that cost money that also give you gold. You can put over here on the day you get them so that you can have an appropriate tally of when your gold is coming. And you're thinking, this is probably way overcomplicated. Well, it's actually not, because if you're interested in getting a variant on the 15th of November, but you're not going to buy a bundle until the 25th of November, it's kind of important to know if that gold is going to be enough on the 13th if you're waiting for the gold that's going to come out on the 25th, if that makes sense. So having it appropriate to the time is important. I also should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. I have another one specifically for albums and another one specifically for bundles. We will go through each of those. They're all part of the same spreadsheet. You can use it for yourself. I'll explain what these colors mean, but this is genuinely what I do. This may look like a lot of work, but building it is a lot of work. It's really simple to use. But so what I'm going to do is I am just going to be like, okay, I'm going to get the gold pass. What day am I going to buy the gold pass to get the 300 gold? If you go to, I'll show you this. If you go to shop.marvelsnap.com and you use the web shop, right, you can see that, 500 gold. I wish I could show you how much it is. Let's log out. It's 100 web points, which is $15. So if you're going to spend $15 this season, so either buying the super premium season pass or buying just the regular season pass and the gold pass, you're also going to get this 1,500 web points, which will give you 500 gold. If you spend 15,000, which is $150, wow, that's a lot. You get 1,200 gold. Holy cannolis. But yeah, so if you spend $15, you get 500 gold. So let's say, okay, I'm going to get the gold pass. I'm going to get the season pass. So let's come back over here, and I'm going to do that on the day that the season launches. So I'm also going to get, what was it, 500 gold? Is that what it was? Yeah, 500 gold. So I'm going to get that. And then you can say, oh, I'm also going to reach infinite. I don't know when I'm going to reach infinite, but I'm just going to put it at the end of the season. And then if I need it sooner, I can calculate it. So I'm going to put 500 gold here for not necessarily reaching infinite, but at least rank 90. I'm going to put it in red because it's, only if I reach infinite do I get that gold. And then you could also say like, oh, because I'm going to get the super premium season pass, you can get, I think it's in the first 10 tracks, you get 200 gold and then 100 gold and then 100 gold. So you get 400 gold. It obviously depends on the season pass. We'll have to look at it, whatever it is this season. But, if it's not clear what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about the season, the rewards, I'm talking about in the game. I'll just show you on my phone. When you open up the season pass, like all of these rewards on the right is what I'm talking about, right? So on level, currently for the Zombie Scarlet Witch, on level 3, you get 200 gold. Level 8, you get 100. And level 11, you get 100. And if you get the super premium season pass, you also go up to level 10. So we're going to say you can reach level 11 really easily. So that's an additional 400 gold you're going to get. So, okay, we're going to say you get 500 gold from the web shop and then 900 gold from the season pass. Okay, now we've kind of accumulated all the gold that we're going to get from things. And then, of course, there's more gold that you can really calculate if you want to add on. But I usually don't drill down that much because the extra 100 or 200 gold you may get from other places in the season pass is just going to be a nice bonus. Now, you can't see it. I have to move this. At the bottom of this screen, at the bottom of this, you can see variants, albums, and bundles. So I'm going to go to bundles. And this basically is just all the bundles that are being released this season. I don't know if you can. Let me get rid of myself. Now you can see it. Okay, so this is what is we can explain this more in depth, but basically it has a list of every single bundle that is being released this season. And at least for this purpose, we're looking at how much gold each of them give us, and then also their cost. And so whatever, we're looking through and we're going to say, oh, this one that is $9.99 that gives 1,000 gold, I actually do want to purchase this, and it looks like it comes out on the 15th. So you can do this for however many bundles you want, right? So you pick out whichever bundle you want to purchase, and let's say you're going to get $1,000 on the 15th. So then we'll come back over here to our variance. We'll come down to the 15th. And I said $1,000, but we're going to get 1,000 gold. So we just add that in as how much gold we're going to get. And so you do this for all the bundles that you decide on. If you're interested in just looking at bundles, you can do this as well. I'm going to show you where you can see what is in the bundles, but you can read through these if you want. You can read through what goodies you get. Let me just briefly explain what all of this is. If it is in gold over here, that means that it's a gold bundle. It's either the credits and booster ones for 600 gold, it's Token Tuesday, or it's an actual gold bundle, right? So this gold over here means it costs gold. If it's gold all the way through, that means it's a gold bundle, meaning for a card. Like the only way that you can get this bundle is by paying gold, and it comes with a card and other resources. This one comes with Scream. This one comes with Sebastian Shaw. This one comes with Scarlet Spider. This one comes with Squirrel Girl. That's the gold. If you're interested in Token Tuesday, spending your gold on tokens, that's this greenish color. The reason that the Scream one and the Scarlet Spider one are red is because those are Series 5 cards that you can get in a bundle. So I know a lot of people, you're not even interested in variants at all. You're not going to spend any gold on variants because you, as a free-to-play or a low-spending player, save all your gold for gold bundles that you can get cards that you don't own. So, okay, Scream, I need to have 5,500 gold for Scream if I want to unlock her, or I want to unlock Scarlet Spider for 4,500 gold, or you can get Sebastian Shaw. He's a Series 3 card, but you can get Sebastian Shaw for 4,000 gold, so on and so forth. You get the point how these gold bundles work. These purple ones are Web Shop Weekly. They are only available in the web shop. They're not in the app. They are also, as you can see at this note up here, they include variants, but they're just like regular rare or super rare variants that people have already purchased, or you can continue to purchase just through your regular variant shop that shows up for gold. So like all these bundles, these variants are exclusive to the bundle, except for a weekly web shop. It's just like a regular old variant. But they're a pretty good deal. They're only like $10, and they come with pretty good resources. So those are what the colors are for. This one is purple because it comes with a card back, right? So it is a gold bundle, but also comes with a pretty cool card back. So whatever, it has all the prices here, but you can go through and you can say, oh, specifically for the sake of looking at how much gold we're going to get for the variants, you can say, oh, I'm going to get these bundles that come with this much gold, whatever. Oh, I want to get this Spider-Man Victor Faro one. It comes with 3,500 gold on the 4th, right? You can also take into account that it goes into the 18th. So like if you're saving your money for something, you're like, oh, okay, well, I do want to get it, but I'm not going to get it till it goes until the 18th. Let's say I'm going to get it on the 7th. Then you can come over here on the 7th and say when you're actually going to spend the money, and you can say that it's 3,500 gold that you're going to get. So you get the point. Let me put myself back on here and move this so that we can see. So that is to figure out how much gold you're going to have. It will just continually have a running total. You can do this for any bundle, and you can say this is how much gold I'm going to, like how much my gold is going to increase by is over here on the bundle gold section. So the next point is to decide what variants do we actually want to get. Now that we've decided which gold we have, what variants do we want to get. So I'm going to move this over. And as you can see, we have our list of variants. There's this list that we have right here. This is just all the lists of variants released each day. If there's more than one new variant released a day, there's additional variants over here. There's only a few of each day because it has to line up the same day. And so if you want to get that one, you have to be sure to add it. Like, you just don't forget, add it in manually. So how do you know what these variants look like? Because right now this is just a spreadsheet. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to snap.fan. And let me move my screen again. So you're going to go to snap.fan. And at the top, it works on mobile too. There's a tab that says schedule. You click on the schedule, take you to a screen like this. And over here on the right, you can see this quick navigation. We're going to go to November, and then we're going to go to variants. And now we have our list of variants. Okay, so now I got to come back over here and move this so that we can see what we're doing. We can't see the variants. Okay. Is that okay? That's good enough because we're going to juggle between screens. So then what I do is I just kind of scroll through these variants. What I'm going to do every single season is update this. Is I have the name of the variant, right? So here's the card, and here's the name of the studio or the artist who did the variant, and how much gold it cost, either 1,200 or 700, lined up with the date that it's released. What the point of Snap.fan is to know what it looks like. So you're just going to scroll through these variants. There are different like tags, so to speak, that are important to pay attention to. So take a look at this Rian Gonzalez Celine. It's a general pool, so that means that you're going to be able to get it for gold. However, we come down and look at the Spider-Man, and it's a token shop, meaning it's an ultimate variant. This is a season pass. This is a conquest shop, season pass. Bundle, meaning that it's from a bundle. You have to pay money for that one. Token shop, meaning it's an ultimate bundle, whatever. Season pass. So these are all ones that we cannot spend gold on. They require money or tokens or a conquest shop or something. Promo means that it comes from either the web shop or this one is if you buy the season pass on the web shop, you get this one. Promo, this is from the Native American Heritage Month. It's literally NAHM 2025 code in the shop, and you get this forged variant. The ones that say unknown, just so you know, that means that they are the variants for the card. So like if you get the card with tokens, then you get that like custom bundle. They've usually all been $20, which is kind of frustrating. That comes with like the exclusive variant and then like some boosters and maybe a border for the card or something. That's what it means if it's says unknown. So these are only available if you buy the card with tokens, and then you have to spend money on it. So like all of these, this whole day, we can ignore because there's no variants to spend gold on. This one is in a bundle. This one's in general pool. Okay, so we know that one. Okay, so let's say we decide, oh, I really like this Spider-Punk one. So it comes out on November 5th. So I'm going to come back over here to November 5th. Spider-Punk, I really like that one. So in this column next to it, so this is how much the price is, just so you have it. In the column next to it, I'm just going to type 700 again. And it's going to keep a tally up here of how much gold I'm going to need. So I'm going to go through this. I'm not going to do this for every single one, but you just can scroll through the season and have the date they're released. And then just so you know how it functions also, so we have the Scorpion and Vulture. They're both 700 gold, right? So they're right here. You can see the two. So I'm going to say, oh, I do want the Scorpion. You can't see it. Well, I'll help you see it. I guess we can do this. You can see that I also have the 700 gold listed for the Vulture. So you just need to make sure that you add that back in manually and say I'm going to get both for 1400 gold. Okay? Too many screens moving around. So then you're going to do that for each of the variants that you're interested in and so on and so forth. So let's say I'm just going to like start putting random numbers in, but let's say I'm interested in getting this one, I'm interested in getting this one, and I'm interested in this one. You'll see that there's a few more that I've listed in December. This is when I was doing my planning for this myself, and these are variants that I want, so that's why they're listed here. But then you may be wondering, what are these colors for? Okay, so the yellow means that there is a gold bundle. So you have to come over to the bundle on the bottom and be like, okay, on November 6th, what's the gold bundle? That's Scream. Okay, so I really want to get that Scream bundle. So the reason that I have that there is so that you can appropriately signify if you're going to spend gold on something, so that you can like do it the right way. Does that make sense? Oh, I gotta move this over here so you can see what I'm doing. So that you can kind of keep track of your gold, because the whole point of this first spreadsheet is to keep track of the gold that's coming in and the gold that's coming out. So you're going to go through all of this and be like, okay, how much do I want? So let's say I'm going to just increase this to 10,000 just so that the math works. And let's say you're like, oh, this Scream bundle is 5,500 gold, 5,500. So I also want that one. So what you're going to come over here and do, so like I mentioned, I'm not sure. If you type in the amount that you're going to spend here, right? So you type in 700 to match the price, or in this one where there's two variants, I combine the two. Or let's say here, I want to get this Silver Sable, but I don't want to get any of these variants that are released this day, so I just type in 1,200 there, right? Whatever. You type in the price, it will automatically update over here as a negative amount and decrease it from your rolling total, so that this rolling total is always accurate. So in order for it to work the right way, don't type anything in here. It breaks the formula. But if you are going to spend gold on a bundle, right? So in this case, we have 300 in here or 3,500 in here because we're going to get that from a bundle. But if we get the Scream bundle, we're going to spend, so we put in negative 5,500. It will still, the formulas will still work. But you put in the negative here because that's how much you're spending on a bundle. Get what I'm saying? So I go through that for each season and take a look, right? And so let's say I take this down and I only have, 5,600 gold. I'm going to see that, and then I'm like, oh, I also want to get this one. Why is this not typing? Oh, it's because numlock's off. That's why. I also want to get this one. I also want to get this one. I want to get this one. I want to get this one. And you can see pretty soon we go into the negative. And so it's nice to just kind of keep track of like, oh, I need to make sure that I get this gold by this amount of time. So you're like, I really, so let's take this off, because we can't, this is like too much now. Now we've crossed the line. But you're like, this one I really, really want to get. But down here I'm getting this 500 gold from Infinite. Then you can say like, well, if I also want to get all these other variants, I have to get my 500 gold from reaching rank 90 to be able to get this one, or I'm going to go into the 50 negative, if you follow on. So the last thing we have for this is the albums being released. So obviously there's multiple cards released, variants released in a single day for an album. There's no way that I can list them all here. So they are these blue lines, right? So this, let me come back over here, is for our albums, right? So we have an album this day and we have an album this way. Also at the bottom, you can click on albums, and it will take you to a list of albums. All right. I don't know if you can see this. So we have our 2 albums. This is the first one, the Terrific Variants. This is when it's being released. This is how much it costs. These are your rewards that you get. And if you look over here, these are all the cards, right? So you can see, oh, these are the cards that come in the album. The other thing, if you're on Snap.fan, on your over quick navigation, you can also click album, and it'll take you down to it. So you can see the 2 albums. But I've just taken a screenshot of that. Huge shout out to Snap.fan. They are amazing for planning this. But so you can see all the variants that you want. So then, I also, to help you out, have a list of all the variants in that album and how much they cost. So you can come over here and you can say which ones you're interested in getting. So you could say, oh, I'm interested in the Dazzler, the Enchantress, not so much, the Ghost Spider, yeah, I'm interested in that. And then Strange Supreme, no, none of these I'm interested in. The Magic or the Scarlet Witch, maybe. However, I should have done this sooner. I will show you. This is why you kind of keep track of things. We'll just put them in this color. No, that's an awful color. We'll put them in, what was the color that I used? That one? Sure. We'll put them in that one because here's why. If you go to the bundles and you look, we got to do a different color so that it like makes sense. We got to do like an eye-catching. Sure, we'll do that. If you look, the web shop recap, which happens at the end of every season, there's bundles that are only on the web shop, and this one, they're $15 each. They come with a bunch of goodies, but they also come with variants. So if you just keep this in mind, if you are interested in spending money on the game, and you're interested in completing this album, but it's a ton of gold, you can say, well, I can also spend $15 at the end of the season on Scarlet Witch or Magic, and they are the variants right here, right? So just laying the information out for you to calculate if you're interested. Of course, you can spend gold on them and not get the bundle. That's just fine. If you do spend gold on them and get the bundle, you don't get another card. Like, you've just kind of wasted your money. But whatever. So you put down whatever cards. Let's say we also get the Luna Snow. It will give you your total right here. So 2,600. So you come back to your variant screen on the bottom, and you find your album. Let's take a look. Here's your album. Okay, and it's cool. It will update for you. It will say, oh, you said that you want to spend 2,600 based on your totals. So then the only thing that you need to do is come over here and type in, okay, yeah, I actually am going to spend that. As you can see, it will update, right? So on and so forth. So this number right here, this number, this blue, will be 0 until you come back to your bundles or your albums over here and specify how much you want to spend. It will update automatically. So as you can see, this one, which I'm planning on, has updated automatically. So same thing, you know, here's your rewards, here's your punk rock emote, here's your Prowler variant, so on and so forth. So that is how I go through the variants for each season and calculate what I'm going to spend on. And it helps me know how much gold I have when and where, and if I have enough to get the variants. As a very real example, as I mentioned, I really have been saving up my gold to get this Leo Chioli, however you say his name, album with that Prowler reward. I'm really interested in it, so I have to have 14,000 gold, which is a lot. And so I was planning out which bundles I'm going to buy to get more gold, how I'm saving my gold, what other variants I want. And so I had it all listed out and had it calculated, and I realized I was kind of short on gold. So I had to decide, okay, this Art Tree Silver Sable and this Creative House Pocket Silver Sable, I'm going to have to pass on because I'd rather spend my gold to be able to complete this album. And so, yeah, that's like a bummer. I've now had to realize that there's 2 variants that I do like, and that normally when they come into the shop, I would totally FOMO buy. I would see that Silver Sable variant. Silver Sable is one of my favorite cards. They both look really, really good. And I'd say, wow, I really want that. And I'd FOMO buy it. And then it would come around to this album release that I've been working on saving my gold for, and I wouldn't have enough. So, you know, it's a little bit of extra work of calculating, but thanks to the incredible people at Snap.fan, we can calculate this. We can look ahead and see all this stuff that, you know, all these variants that are really, really helpful to decide what we're interested in getting. And that is how I plan this out. So I'm gonna delete all this stuff. Actually, sorry, it's over here. I'm gonna delete all this stuff so that you can plan yourself using this. You can change it however you would like. You can do whatever you need. It is now ready for your use. I will update this every single season. We'll keep it updated so you can continue to use it. So leave a like on the video because this was genuinely a lot of work to make, but I do something similar for myself. I just had to change it in a way that you guys could use it, which is not a problem. I'm happy to do that. Happy to help. I hope that you guys enjoy it. So while we didn't take a look at the variants that are coming out this month, let me know your feedback. Do you want this video to also include like me going through the variants and being like, this one I'm planning on getting, and this one I'm planning on getting, and this one I'm not. This season there's not a lot of them. I'm thinking that I'm going to do that every week. I don't know. This video has already been 25 minutes, and so I'm trying to just keep it short. But if you've watched it till the end, leave a pineapple emoji. We'll go back to the classic for this video. But I would love your feedback. Like, obviously, it's a tool, so I'm explaining how you can use this tool. And we didn't really take a look at the actual variants. But I figured that the whole point is that you can use this tool, and you can also go to snap.fan and look at the variants yourself, which is probably better quality than this video is going to be anyway. But again, we're making this video, or I'm making this video, because of your feedback. Like, your feedback genuinely matters to me. I really do listen to it. And even if I'm delayed responding to comments, I read every single one, and I do my best to respond. So yeah, you're like, again, your feedback would be appreciated. We're figuring this out, but I want to talk about variants, and you guys in the comments mentioned that you would enjoy if I talk about variants. So we're going to figure out what that looks like. This was a more logistical video, but this is genuinely how I plan out my variants. And now you can do the same. Anyway, thanks for watching.